Welcome to GHI Travel Adventures, and today we're in the historic town of Wahgunyah in Victoria, right up here on the New South Wales border. We're going to have a look around at some of the historic buildings here, tell you a little bit about the history, so stay tuned. At the end of the video, if you did get that far, drop us a like and subscribe. It costs nothing, but it helps our channel grow. But let's get cracking to have a look around this amazing town. So we're going to start this walk today, do a little bit of walk along the streets here and show you a little bit of this town of Wahgunyah. And while we do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history. So in 1839, John Foord and John Crisp took out a lease of approximately 30,000 acres of unclaimed land and called it Wahgunyah. Foord and Crisp worked for the lease as a successful cattle property, unhindered by conflict with the Aboriginal population which had characterised earlier settlement. In 1851, Crisp sold his share to John Foord, and the economy flourished, with gold being found in Beechworth in 1852. By 1856, Foord had built a wharf and a 3-storey bond store, and the port of Wahgunyah flourished as a major supply base for goldfields and staging point for northeast Victoria river trade. First paddle steamers arrived in 1854 and finished in the 1890s. In 1857, Foord sold his grazing lease and devoted his energies to developing the town and to encourage agriculture and trade. So that's just a little bit of the history of this town. Established in 1839. So one of the first landmarks you see as you come into this town is the John Foord Bridge. It's got this little memorial telling you about how he was one of the pioneers of the town. He was born in Brighton, England in 1819 and passed away in 1883. Now I do know that there is actually a private cemetery here where him, his wife and his family are buried. We will try and get to that one here. I don't know if it's on private property, so we'll have to wait and see. But we come back over here, we can actually see the bridge here. And this bridge actually is basically the last one you go over before you enter New South Wales. I'm going to come down a little further because we've got the river as well. We've got the river out here as well. It's insane, I've actually crossed back over the bridge and the rain stopped. So here we have the Memorial Gardens. And this is to our fallen soldiers and the soldiers from this region. Walk up this hill and have a little walk around and show you this memorial a bit closer up. So the inscription on it says, "King and country erected to the memory of the glorious sons of Wahgunyah who died in the Great War, 1914 to 1919." And it's got a list, there's about 9 names on it. And I'm gonna say probably come around here, there'll be the other wars as well. Yeah, so here's World War II on this side. It's a beautiful garden. So this is right next to the Foord Bridge. And down here we also have some parks as well. And this looks like it's actually for each of the soldiers. Yeah, I'm not going to go too close and show the names. It's not really my place to be doing so. But when we walk down here, it's a crazy day. It'll rain for a few minutes and then you'll get nice sunshine again, so that's alright. So across the road here we've got the Wahgunyah Customs House from the mid 1850s. The Australian colonies began to impose customs duties. From time to time, customs agreements operated between colonies, but these agreements came to an end in 1873. Just waiting for this traffic to cross over. So this brick building here was constructed in the 1880s. It's a beautiful looking building too. I'm gonna go here so you can see it as well. So this customs house is a solidly constructed single-story brick building. Features polychrome brickwork, brick laid in Flemish board, hipped roof clad in slates and surmounted by irons and finials at each end and two ornate chimneys. This is actually now a privately owned house now as well. We continue down the street here. We're coming up to the old Empire Hotel built in 1861. It does look like it's still open for business. It's got this beautiful LED lighting on the front as well. Go a little bit closer so you can see it. It also looks like maybe a little bit of construction work happening at the moment. I'll come out here and I'll show you from the side as well. Here across the road is the historic Bank of Victoria, built in 1874. Private residence now. It's had a few uses over the years as well. That's located just here next to the service station. Over the road here we've got another historic building. Not sure what this would have been. I'm going to say probably would have been either a butcher's or a bakery, that sort of shop. Let's get across before the tracker comes. Looks like a private residence now. Beautifully maintained though. Have you ever been here to Wahgunyah? Tell us your thoughts, what you thought of the town. I think it's an absolute great little town. It's got some beautiful little history here. I'd like to hear your thoughts, so maybe drop a comment down below. This cairn we've got here, a tribute to John Foord and John Crisp. Wahgunyah's earliest settlers, 1839 to 1939, so I'd say it's probably a centenary tribute. And that's just in this little park here with playground, etc. here on the corner of Blanche and Foord Street. Should also mention that the main street here is called Foord Street, named after John Foord. Over the road here we have the 1912 School of Arts. Now, School of Arts, I'm wondering if it's sort of like your Mechanics Institute, potentially. It certainly sort of has the facade of one. Just going to cross over here carefully. It houses the Senior Citizens Club by the looks of it as well. Next to that, we have Christ the King Anglican Church. This building, you can see the little bell on top. Go over the side here and check out the side of it. Looks like still actually operates by the looks of it. The services. And here we're at the Sacred Heart Church. Beautiful old weatherboard building. So the Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Now I believe they ran services out of here until I believe it was around 1970s, but because the building was getting attacked by white ants, they actually moved to the church next to the School of Arts. Just going to come across here. Excuse the trees. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this one, whether it's on private land or not, so I won't actually go in. What I will do though is I'll zoom in for you. So certainly looks like it's had better days. I can see there's some boards holding up sides of the churches. I can see some of the weatherboard also coming off as well. This is just in the middle of basically one of the streets here in Wahgunyah. Here we have the Wahgunyah collection, so it's a little bit of the history of the town. So got some old photos of some of the old buildings here as well. It was opened in, well, this memorial was opened in 1988. Now we're coming up on the historic post office built in 1863 for Roderick Kilbourne, the town's first postmaster, and his wife Sarah. Now Sarah was the daughter of John Foord, the founder of the town. Used up until 1942, and the army used it as well at one stage during the Second World War. Then it became a private residence. Now we've got this plaque up here as well, which tells you a little bit about the history and the 150-year celebration. Just going to come back this way and show you the building itself. Unbelievable, the sun's come back out again today. It's been a mixed day here. It's right opposite the old Empire Hotel, which we visited in this video as well. I'm just going to cross over just so I can show you the full post office building. We've got the customs house obviously next door. What a beautiful building. I'm coming up to the Savages Murray River store. It's now the River Fish and Chip Company. I grabbed a coffee in here before I started. The staff were absolutely lovely, so if you do get in town, help support local business. And you know, they were really good people. Definitely be going back for another coffee shortly. So this is actually where the original Wahgunyah Hotel was, built by John Foord in the 1850s. So actually contains 24 rooms in there, plus horse stables, which I'm going to say are probably on the back. It says extensive, so I'm going to say they're probably huge. I'll have a look down the little side alleys there if I can see them in a moment. This building right here, absolutely stunning building too. Looks like it's been decked out in Art Deco style. Again, I'm just going to have a look down the lane, see if I can maybe see the stables. I don't know, but we can only find out. No, there's actually a shed on the back. And here we have the famous Bill's water trough. It's in a pretty good condition. This one actually has a bit of a history on the back of it too, which I haven't seen on any previous ones I've actually been to. It tells you all about George and Alice Bills. I'm going to come back. I have a subscriber, Mark. I know you love these Bill's troughs, so this one's for you, mate. Thanks for watching. Just across this little track here, we have what's called the Mass Tree. So it commemorates the very first mass that was held here in Wahgunyah in 1869. It's got a little bit of history on there. I'll just go on and show you the little plaque. So there's actually first mass was held in a tent on this site at this tree. Mrs. M.N. Burrows prepared the altar in her tent here. And here's a tree here as well in front of us. Now, the signs up on the Foord Street main road actually point that it's going, and you can see the fish and chip shop on the right there that's going left, but no, you turn actually left at the actual fish and chip shop and it's just down the track about 100 metres. And we've got, just going to go over because we've got another plaque here in the middle as well. I'm not sure what this one's for. We'll have a look. Sunday Creek Footbridge. So there was an actual footbridge that went over this, was a creek back in the day, obviously no longer there, nor is the bridge, but it would have been here, probably out on here I'm going to say. If you do know, maybe drop a comment below if I'm in the right spot, but it says here 1896 the Rutherglen College was established on the outskirts of Rutherglen. Yeah, and then it says 1909, and a replacement bridge was built in 1950s on the site of the original bridge. It's actually probably just over here where these ladies are walking at the moment. Just as I'm walking back up to the car, for anyone that is interested, they do actually have accommodation here in Wahgunyah. They've got a couple of motels. There's some Riverside camping as well. I'm sure you'll be able to find that pretty easy online. So here we're at the private John Foord cemetery. We've got this sign here. He was the founder of Wahgunyah, born in 1819, passed away in 1883. Now, obviously, John's buried here, as is his wife, his parents, and several of his children. And although this is actually a private cemetery for them, there actually are some of the early pioneers buried here as well. This plaque was erected on the centenary of his death. So we're just going to have a bit of a walk inside. Beautiful little resting place. If we come up here, we've got some of the Foord burial plots here. So here it's the Carlisle Cemetery. This is just like a couple of k's up from the John Foord private cemetery that we just visited. But I wanted to bring you in here. It has probably some of the pioneers' graves from Wahgunyah in here as well. But what it does have of interest is a couple of historic Chinese burning towers. Here they are, just ahead. I'm just going to walk around to those. So the cemetery has a Chinese section in it. See them coming into view. There's two towers over here. two towers were built in 1897. Now, one of these is original, the other one was reconstructed in the 1970s. Now there's 40 known Chinese pioneers buried around these towers. I can see, just looking at some of the inscriptions on some of these headstones, that these are probably them sort of on either side of the towers. Yeah. Just ahead, we've also got a memorial as well. So this memorial was erected to memory of our early Chinese ancestors. It is to commemorate their energy, their travails, their courage and their sacrifices in paving the way for future generations of Australian Chinese. It is to be hoped that these future generations will remember them fondly with pride and respect. So this was erected in 2019. Beautiful little memorial. We've got like a bit of a rotunda out here as well. I've actually done a pretty good job with these because to be honest, I can't tell which one's the original and which one's the rebuilt one. So good job guys that have done this. I just wanted to come in here and show you guys these as well. So we hope you've enjoyed this GHI Travel Adventure of Wahgunyah in Victoria. If you did, please drop a comment if you've been here before and tell us about your time here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps our channel greatly and we do appreciate that very much. Until next time, take the road less travelled and it will make all the difference, and we'll see you at the next adventure. Bye for now.